Hello to all my friends out there. Hi, you guys. Well, here we are again. There's some pretty bad rain out there, so if you hear some thunder, it's a storm. It's been going on. It let up a little bit, but it's back. Okay, this video was, still can't find my lighter. This video is survival of the fittest. Is that you? And emergency food storage. Okay, what happened was I've been going through my food, my food storage, and I thought, this is really crazy. I need to adjust this a little bit. And so if something happens, you want to put yourself in the best position you possibly can to get through it. So I did a little shopping today. New teacup, made in England, matching plate and matching teacup. Thank you, Audrey, for the teapot. So cute. Okay, so let's think about an emergency. So a real emergency could last a while. You need 1 gallon of water per day, per person, per big dog. We have 2 of them, plus rabbits, plus cats, plus babies, plus people. So the first thing you would want to do is, if you have big garbage cans, fill those and fill your bathtub up, even if you have water, because no telling how long it could last. Okay, we had 3 weather events. The first one was Hurricane Hillary, and that one was a misery. I was out there clearing the storm drains, and thank God I did. Then we had last week heavy rains, and the Ralphs was flooded, and the town in the low areas was flooded. And today we had a hurricane warning. And then today I said I'm not going to the gym because chances are I would be caught out in the dark, and you can't really see what's coming when it's dark. And so I didn't think it was safe, so I skipped the gym. So the first thing in the event of any flood would be move your food off the floor. So I have food in the dining room under the table, and all I would do is move the food on top of the table. If the flooding was more severe than that, probably everything is going to be ruined. Cans are the best. Okay, now, first of all, if you're hit by a massive tornado, just trying to live through it. So, okay, think about one of the most important things is rice. So you would want at least 6 pounds per person. And so you can get by on 3 tablespoons of rice, but really you kind of want a 1/4 cup. And it goes down fast when you've been eating it. I showed you guys, how I made the sticky rice. There's rice pudding. So anyway, I thought, if someone came and asked you for food, you want to give them enough food for 3 days, but you wanted to have it in your mind how you would do that. So I created this little box, and what you would want to do is you would pretty much want to give them food for 3 days. So I was making this food storage, and I thought, wow, could it ever come to this? Could things ever get this bad? And I had like a bad feeling, yes, easily. So I'll show you what I came up with. Okay, the first one I did was, not that one. Where is it? This one. Okay, this is, where is it? I don't know if you can see it in there. It is 1/4 cup sunflower seeds, 1/4 cup oatmeal, 1/4 cup milk, and there's some raisins in there. So this is enough food. If this was all you had, you could probably survive, or it could be a hearty breakfast. It would be some protein in the nuts. It would be some carbs and some carbs in the oatmeal. It would be some dairy in the milk, and it would be some fruit in the raisins. So what you would do is, the milk is 1 cup water, and for a 1/4 cup oatmeal you need about a 1/2 cup water. So you would just boil this in 1.5 cups of water. So that's the first one I made. And what I would do is this is why I'm saving all these. I would devise my own meals. I wouldn't just start handing out bags. If someone comes to help you, ask you for help, and ultimately you might need the help of God to stand up out of the rubble, and you never know how strong and resilient people can be. Some of the scroungiest little old ladies have the most money. Okay, so now then I came up with, this is 1.5 cups pasta and a 1/4 cup cashews. So you have some pasta, and you have some cashews that you could make cashew milk out of these, or you could just eat this little can. And I wanted to make a mention of, what did I do with that? A while back ago, I started buying better pasta because I thought, wow, I'm going to have to live off this stuff. And it's getting expensive now. You could make your own pasta, but you need eggs to make pasta. And then this is some good tomato sauce seasoned with spices. You might be thinking, well, shouldn't you give them 2 cups of pasta? I would go a little bit short myself when you don't know how long this thing is going on. This is 1 batch of fry bread. So you need oil, but all you need is 1 cup flour, 1.5 teaspoons baking powder, 1/2 teaspoon of salt, and 1 cup or thereabouts of hot water, and you need oil to fry this in. So this is literally a nice little batch of bread. And if you have this fry bread and you have some tea, you can get by. You can survive. But you need oil. This is a shortening tub. I would not hand out my oil freely, but this is a 1/2 pound of bacon. And this is much better anyway. So, we take it for granted, oh, a 1/2 pound of bacon, that's nothing. But you can put this bacon in your beans, and you get bacon fat. In fact, I will be storing bacon fat. If you didn't have enough bacon to survive, you could just give them some bacon fat. Let's hope it doesn't come to that. I think the most practical bread is fry bread, because you get some oil. This is 2/3 cup instant potatoes, and I put the 1/2 teaspoon or 1/4 teaspoon of salt, and you would use some bacon grease for a little fat and some water. This is about 1 cup of beans. And then this is 1/2 cup green peas, a 1/2 cup of rice, and a 1/2 cup of a 1/4 cup of pasta. So we they market the food in such a way that we're probably buying a lot more food than we need. This is 15 packages of tea. Really, we should store loose tea. I probably will start that, because after I was doing this video and thinking to myself, oh my God, could it ever come to this? And I thought, yeah, pretty much could. Okay, now the next thing would be beans. Don't go handing out your beans freely. A lot of times people just need help until they can get to the food pantry. So you have beans with olive oil, salt, and pepper. And then I like to stockpile pork and beans. Those can be eaten right out of the can. 5 to 10 pounds per adult. The next one is seeds. Why seeds? Well, you need some nuts and seeds to survive. You need for complete amino acids. And some fish. I would go for tuna. It's the cheapest. And I would go for a variety of nuts. And the thing about nuts is you can just eat a little handful, or you can make some nut milk, or you can put it in your cereal. So it's cheaper than animal protein too. Okay, now I changed this. I thought, this is an emergency. Here you have fruit, here you have vegetables. No, just buy canned meals. Here is one. Big cans. I'll be storing up big cans of food. Here's beef stew. You can make a really nice beef pot pie with this. And here is some tamales. You could give someone 3 cans of food. A lot of people who are really broke, one of the reasons they don't cook that much is no propane. I was trying to help my friend. There was nothing in the refrigerator because she had no propane and the refrigerator wasn't working. So that needs to be thought of. Why? Because what if we get a cyber attack? We're all going to be no propane. Okay, so that is a bad thought. So with the nuts, you can also make nut butter. So what did I make? I made these. Look at these. This is not an emergency yet. These are brownies with my sunflower nut butter. These were good. I had 5, but I ate 2. Oh, I'll show you something. What am I going to do with these? I bought these lovely plates for 5 million views on YouTube. So glad I bought them. I never get buyer's remorse, never, and I should. Okay, so now, so those are really tasty. Just the nut butter tastes. I was eating soup. I was eating my free salad. I was eating various crackers with my nut butter and tea. Just being really thrifty is really, everything we do today creates the future. And I was just being really thrifty. And I'm not cooking tonight because last night, this is my stuffed bell pepper and potatoes. And I have cream corn, so it's my substantial meal from last night all over. Okay, so cyber attack. Wow, we're all gonna be no propane. Worse than that, no job, no paycheck come Friday. Another thing I'm stockpiling is pickled food. Now there's a reason for this, because the vinegar and the lemon and the citrus protects you from disease. In the day, back in Alexander the Great's day, when he protected the army, I think it was half vinegar, half water. I don't know why I wasn't doing this, and then I have the jar, but I'll be trying to find cans. Not sure if I can. Okay, so now let me show you. Okay, so I have stockpiled a bunch of these, and that's how I made my delicious brownies. Okay, now, so pickled vegetables and dry fruit. And I'm thinking, you know what, just store dry fruit, a little handful of fruit. So I I took 2 out, and I will be buying 10-pound bags of dry fruit. Just eat a couple. Then these used to be the cheapest cookies in the whole world. Now you get 8 for $2.50. But if you have these, you'll have a little fruit. Okay, so now these are nice. If you can afford them, this is the way you want to stockpile. No wasting. These are one portion meals. These are some sardines. So if you have a 1/4 cup rice, you can make sticky rice. You put coconut, cook your rice, cover your rice with water, cook it down, top with a little coconut milk with a little sugar and mangoes, and then some sardines. That's not a bad meal. And then these are individual packages of meat. So I have Spam, I have pink salmon, and then I have, these are from all these various kinds of fish. And you just, what I do with these is I get bread, I slip the package in, or I fry the Spam with some tomatoes and lettuce. And you can have, in the event of some emergency, you can have a sandwich. You can get by. This needs to be remembered. A sandwich, a small fruit, the dry fruit is good, or the pickled vegetables, and a can of Coke. Okay, and then today I was so happy I got this. One of the men, one of the prophets, Whitfield Harrington, when the COVID started, he said God told him to stock up canning jars. So I've been doing that. I don't have a lot. And the other thing is just save your jars, every kind of jar. So my grandmother would always put things in like cans, coffee cans, little bottles. Now this is, I mentioned to you guys, I was watching the Psychic Channel, and I thought, I didn't know these were crystal balls. Now this is some kind of a decorative one, but the thing about these is, let me see if I can carefully take it off. It's put on here. It looks like it was 2, but what I did is I knocked it off the shelf. These are deceptively heavy, and I don't want to take it off, but I cracked this, and I thought they were, I didn't know they were solid. There's some kind of plaster in here, but I had a crazy dream that there was a crystal ball that was more like hollow, and someone had broken this stem. And so what happens is they're just, it's really heavy actually. This is about the size of a grapefruit. So when I dropped it, it knocked it off the spindle. And so let's see if I can get this thing on here without breaking it again. All right, so, and it spins. And I didn't know what these stands were either. I could have bought hundreds of these if I wanted to. So you would go to the left. I don't know exactly how they summons the past. Or you would go to the right. I watched Psychic. They look into the ball, but you know, I'm not sure. So I thought, wow, they're really kind of cute. I don't get the sense that this one is really evil. Sometimes I buy stuff and I do get the sense that things attract certain kinds of undesirable spirits. And so then I usually just do something with them. But it's my idea to find some good ones. I could have found hundreds of them, you know, the really cute ones. And I could always sell them if I don't break them. So they're really not that easy to break. Like I knocked that. This has been an accident-prone week, you guys. So anyway, oh, I wanted to mention, this is why we do the indoor garden, so you can put some celery in your beans. Also, they're saying we should stockpile spices, but I don't think that's what we want to do. I think we want big bags of rice, beans, nuts, seeds. Save the seeds out of your food, but seeds and nuts for eating. Soybeans. I grew soybeans so you can make soy milk or tofu. Tofu is actually easier to make than cheese. And I don't know what's happening in my backyard because due to these storms, it's in really bad shape. Like, I put an egg carton with those tomatoes that I got the guerrilla gardening, and I don't know where it went. So I don't know where my soybeans, I planted soybeans. I have no idea where it is. So, okay, so 2 stories. One, this was a lady who was 100 years old. When she was young, a man told her to plant soybeans, which she did, and she's been making soy milk and tofu ever since. I go, that's me. I'm a youngster at 69, so for 40 years I can be getting pretty good at the soybean. And the other one was a Mormon girl, and she went down to Mexico, and times got hard. Her husband came up here to work, and they almost literally starved. An old man gave her a bag of beans, a bag of rice, and told her to plant a bag of vegetables, told her to plant a garden. You get the seeds out of your food. And so the Mexican garden would be cherry tomatoes. You should be able to grow those year round indoors. Squash, those come with seeds. Peppers and onions. So I'll be growing those this year. I'll be growing some food on my balcony. Okay, you guys, please like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll be doing more of these stockpile videos, and God bless you all.